To me, it has the makings of being maybe the biggest blockbuster trade of the last 30 years in the NHL. I think it's clear that Quinn wants it. The question that needs to be answered is, how much is Vancouver going to demand back?
I never thought this was possible, but right now, Dan, it genuinely feels like this could happen.
Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast, brought to you by BetMGM. I am your host, Dan Powers, and with me, this man in the days since going through puberty for about 5 years had his dream car listed as a PT Cruiser. Chris Powers.
As always. Also, remember the scooter phase, Dan? Like what was the first one? Oh, Razor scooters.
Razor. Oh, yeah. Razor.
Dude, there was a scooter that was called like the PT scooter or something. I forget what it was like actually called, but it was something like that. And anyone that remembers the PT Cruiser, it was like the dumbest shape ever. But the scooter like fanned out in the butt like that, kind of like the car did. And the Razor was just that clean rectangle. And I even got one of those. Like I got a fucking PT scooter because I was like, this is my guy, dude. Sweet 16. I'm going to get my fucking whip. Everyone will love it. Turns out I didn't get a whip. Thank God. Everyone would have hated me.
Dude, this desire for a P2 Cruiser went like, well, you were 18 or so.
No, because I didn't get it. I remember it vividly. I wanted it at 16. I didn't get it. And I said, fuck that car. I'm done.
That is so wrong. You had a little model of it. You were like 20 years old and you still wanted a PT Cruiser. You would see them driving around town and you'd be like, fuck, I love that car.
Not only did I never have a model of it, but also I had a car.
You pathetic fucking bitch, dude. I hate you so much. All episode. This is just going to be a nightmare. You absolutely did. It was sitting in the fucking house for years. I will call our mother and father on live air, and they will go, yeah, there was a toy PT Cruiser in the house for years.
20 years old. It went from 18 to 20. By the end of this episode, I'm going to still want one now.
I said 5 years, and you said it started at 16, which means...
No, it ended at 16, because I wanted one so badly leading up to my 16th birthday. I couldn't fucking wait. And then I was like, nah, didn't get it. I got an Oldsmobile. Cutlass Supreme. Gas car.
Great. It was a great car. You need to own your flaws, dude. Like you are, it's. I
just said I didn't want anything more on earth. I got a scooter. I wanted it so bad.
It's true. You had a PT.
It's crazy move.
God, you are such a fucking tool.
I was like, people, this will work. This will incept everybody. They'll know I want this. I also just thought kids got cars when they turned 16. Like I was like, I had seen too much TV and movies, you know. It was like, you get a car. I was like, what car am I getting for my 16th birthday? It's like, what? Dude, think I'm getting you a new car for your fucking birthday?
You were just seeing episodes of like My Sweet 16 on MTV, and you were like, so I get one of those now, right?
It's like, no, dude.
We did also, I mean, listen, there's a lot of elements of us that is very cake eatery. But we had some fucking cake eater friends who like legitimately they got like a BMW at 16 and like, I was like, what the fuck is going on, dude? We also had a couple of friends that we grew up with that had a lot of boys in the family. One of them, I'm sure, is listening right now, and you know who you are. And you fuckers used to get like 4 N64s at Christmas. So
dude, at like Easter.
Yeah, and
they'd be like, "What the Easter Bunny bring you? A new TV and a car?"
And I was like, "Fuck, are you fucking shitting me, dude?" It was unbelievable.
It was fucking sick.
Oh god,
I knew though, but dude,
crazy.
how many hangs, Dan, did we plan? Like December 16th, we were like, maybe we should go over, or the 26th. I mean, December 26th. Like, I was like,
do you just forget when Christmas is, dude?
We should go over to their house just in case. Who knows? Maybe there's some sick shit there.
I mean, I used to call them every single day after Christmas and be like, "Yo, what did you get?" Because it was always something fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
Eventually, they turned to a certain age where they're like, I got a 225cc dirt bike, and I was like, "Good Christ,
holy
man,
shit!"
And they got 4 of them. Ridiculous.
That's so good.
I got some spicy hot ice to get into this episode. It's the times of summer. We're posting new stuff. We're having fun with new stuff. We're getting some funny / annoying comments from some of the fans being like, God, I need it to be hockey season again. Yeah, no shit, butthole. We think the same thing. So
Kind of.
we're gonna give you some hockey talk. Obviously, we're gonna get into some fun stuff. Before we do that, we want to give a quick congrats to our boy Merles. CP.
Oh, nice.
You went up and you saw Merles get inducted into the New York State Hockey Hall of Fame.
Yep, I zipped over to Troy, New York. Thanks for this. I won't go too long, but we got and hey, Dan Army that was there too. I didn't know he was going.
I saw that Army was there.
yeah.
I was so fucking pissed that I couldn't make it. But
So,
awesome.
Merles, we talked about this a while ago. Merles got inducted, long overdue, into the New York State Hockey Hall of Fame in Troy. It was such a cool event. There was a big class, some great people, men and women hockey, the people that have really impacted the game, not even just players. Merles had 3 tables because he's a local, so it was like his family, his boys he plays beer league with, his old hometown buddies, Army, his old doctor, his parents, everybody. He was in the red RPI suit. We showed up. Oh, Dan, I meant to tell you this too. So he didn't know I was coming. So I get there really early. And it was like a reception. Merles like skips the whole reception, obviously. So I'm just sitting there like a dickhead. And then he finally shows up with his crew, and I kind of hide. And he goes by me into the dining area, and I just tap a random old guy. Sorry, no offense to that guy, but he was old as shit. I tap a random old guy.
It wasn't bad until that follow-up. Like, it's fine if he's old. You didn't need to call him old as shit. That's your way of apologizing to him? Like, that wasn't bad at all. What the hell's the matter with you, dude? Like, that guy, if that guy's listening, which he's not.
He'll be dead by the time this comes out, Dan. He'll be dead.
He was just like, yeah, I'm old, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. And then you just had to say he was on death's door. There was the Grim Reaper ushering him around the room.
He
what
wasn't
the fuck's
even either.
wrong with you?
It's so crazy. He wasn't even that old. So
Good
I see this guy. He can kind of tell I'm like being weird. He goes, "What are you hiding from?" And I go, "Dude, excuse me, sir. Could you actually do me a favor?" And I hand him a "Tonight is the Night" card. And I go,
No.
Can you go tap the guy in the red jacket right there and hand this to him?" And he's like, "Sure." So I'm watching this unfold. Merles like kind of starts to head to his table, and the guy chases Merles down, taps him on the shoulder. He goes, "Excuse me, sir," because he doesn't even know who Merles is. I don't think. He's like, "Excuse me, sir." And Merle turns around. He's like, "Oh, hey," because there's a million people shaking his hand. So he's like, "Hey, how are you?" Because he's trying to see if like, do I know this guy or something?
Yeah.
And the guy, I just watch him hand Merle's a "Tonight's the Night" card, and Merles takes it, and his immediate reaction was he goes, "Oh, like, okay, tonight's the night. Like, here we go." Because I think he was like thinking maybe Army, but he goes, "Okay," and then he like stops and slowly looks back at him, and he goes, "How the fuck did you get this?" Like he could like literally was like,
you could hear him.
yeah. He goes, "How did you get this?" Because he was just so shocked. And then I come around the corner and I'm like, "Yo," and he was like, he's like, no. Get the dude. I think he literally was like, "Get the fuck out of here. You get out of here." Like, so insane,
Dude, I don't want to accuse you of anything, but we're popping on here on another Monday, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It sounds like you are still sick. Did you boys get into some pops last night?
Oh, Dan. It's how G was like, "You're the problem. It's you. I hate you now." It's actually Merles.
No, it's the both of you.
It's Merles.
You are both the worst. It's
Dude,
unbelievable.
So he, I went up, did a similar thing, like showed Army the card. He was so super pumped. Event was awesome. Merles gave his speech. I'll have to have Army send it to you, Dan. He recorded it, and maybe they'll post it. He crushed, dude. Everyone was going so long because whatever. It's a tough platform, but Merles, brief but so emotional. Like literally, he was tearing up talking about his family, which was making. I mean, obviously, you and I have kind of just been through a lot of emotional shit in the last week, so I was like unstable, and I was tearing up as he's talking about his brother, his parents, and just what it means, dude, to like be from here and play at the level he played. He crushed his speech, and then all his friends stayed out, and we went to a couple bars after, and then Merles and I just had a night, dude, in his hometown. Like I got to see the fucking house he grew up in, and we did RPI tour. Like I saw the rink. It's his old, like he's like, I lived in that dorm first, then this was the hockey house, all the houses he's lived in here and everything. Really, really awesome time. His friends are amazing. Army's the man. Obviously, his brother was so cool. His parents, dude, I have to give such a shout out to his parents. because
Hell yeah.
there was a moment where me and Merles were just in his pool, and his mom came down with like food and muffins and juice, and she was like, "This is just like the old days when you know." And it was like mom talking, Dan, where it was like, "Oh man, like all the hockey." I would just wake up and there's like hockey boys sleeping on the couch and like swimming in the pool. She was so nice, and my favorite. So actually, I got this mini stick because Merles' dad started did a huge build of youth hockey in this area. This is his team that he made, Uncle Sam's Hockey Club, Troy, New York. Incredible. I got a mini stick souvenir, and one of the girls' speeches was like, to all parents out there, let your kids fight for themselves. Like if they're not getting enough ice time, you can't demand it. It's not like you can just get your kids more ice time. And Merles was like, my dad built the rink so I could get more ice time. And I was like, true. But they call him the GM, and he had a chop session with us at like literally 4 a.m. Just popped down, talking about the old days. I had such an incredible time with the whole family. The hospitality was unmatched, and it was such an incredible honor. I'm so proud of him. So for the millionth time, congratulations, Merles. You're a fucking beauty, and you deserve every second of it. It was incredible.
That's so phenomenal. I can't begin to tell you. Well, first of all, love you, Merles. That's amazing. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there, but I'm glad that CP was there to be an absolute terror as usual. I am so jealous, and that's remarkable because I'll tell you, I had one of the best Sundays of my life.
What a Wimbledon, Dan.
Man, we had a great wedding weekend. A big love to Stu and Danielle. And then drove back from Hunter, New York to the city. Alice popped on Wimbledon on the phone in the car. Don't worry, I didn't look. I was just listening.
Yeah.
But I got to see Sinner win. And I what a unique thing that I love both of those guys so much, both Sinner and Alcaraz. And I don't know who to root for. But when there's a situation where Sinner has not won, I was like, let's
I want the guy who lost last to win usually.
Yeah. So that was great. Get back to the city. Had a really lovely bike through the city after dropping off the car. And a little plug here, dude. The shorts that I got from State and Liberty it's like this stretch fabric short, and it feels like I'm wearing gym shorts, so I'm not getting sweaty and feeling awful and restricted, but it looks like I'm wearing fucking Armani. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like
I'm so excited for that swag, dude.
On that bike, I was just buzzing. So make sure to check out State and Liberty immediately. But I'm ripping through the city. I go to Danny and Coop's. I get a cheesesteak. The two of us were itching for cheesesteaks, dude. So we get a Philly cheesesteak. No, not you, bitch. Me and Alice. We're just itching for cheesesteaks. So we go and get one at Danny and Coop's, Bradley Cooper's spot. It was fantastic. He wasn't slinging them, which was great because there wasn't a line.
Yeah, fair.
Way better. And I gotta say, it was fucking fantastic.
That's his calling, dude.
It was fucking fantastic. And then we come back, pop on the Chelsea match, watch Chelsea become world champs.
Dominate.
God, I feel so proud to be a Chelsea fan, and I'm laughing like a maniacal psychopath at all of the fucking bums who are sliding into my DMs being like, nice worthless trophy. And I'm like, you mean the European trophy that we just won and we're world champs for the next 4 years? You mean the FIFA sanctioned European tournament that you all wish you were a part of, that you all watched every single game of, and that you were so ready to go, oh, look at you Chelsea fans thinking you're so cool being in the final, and then you get dick slapped by PSG. Check notes. We just beat the piss out of the best team in the world. So keep crying, all of you. Chelsea is the only club in London.
Dude, you're so right. Miss me with all that bullshit.
Oh,
fucking
all that
hating on the trophy. It's cool. It's a fucking trophy.
Dude.
Get off my
It's
ass.
a European trophy, dude. European trophy. And then I popped on. I went down to the Euro truck, got some dinner.
After a Philly? You had a Philly for lunch?
Had a Philly for lunch, brother.
Damn, dude. That's a hell of a day.
It was a hell of a day, dude. Watched the movie, fell asleep, dude.
What'd you watch?
Ballerina.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, it's a John Wick movie, dude.
John Wick movie. John Wick.
The John Wick universe is quietly turning into the Fast and Furious universe. Like they're all just fantastic. I hope they make $1 billion. But let's get into some hot ice. I promise.
Danny GM. This is one of my favorite times of the year.
One of my favorite times of the year. We all know we love some armchair GM action. But I promise you, very few of you love it as much as I do.
Yep.
I'm over here slinging fake trades left and right. Doesn't matter the team. Doesn't matter the month. I'm always doing it. And I've got some legitimate, in my opinion, proposed trades that I want to throw at you. We can discuss them.
Yep. Dan's going to give me 5, and I'm either going to rank them 1 through 5. You're going to give me 4?
I'm going to give you 4.5 because
Okay.
I won't lie. The last one is probably the most talked about one, to give you a little teaser. But I won't lie to you, buddy. I couldn't crack it. I really couldn't crack it.
Okay. Maybe I'm either going to letter. Do you want me to letter grade each of them or rank them 1 through 4.5?
I want you to letter grade that. I think that's better. I want you to letter grade each.
Hit me.
Okay. Here we go, folks. We're going to get into some armchair GM talk here. Some trades that I think, and I will preface, because I know the Empty Netters boys are a bit of insiders these days.
Yeah, right, dude.
I'm going to
breaking deals.
I'm going to preface this by saying there's no smoke to any of these. These are just trades that I think, looking at the state of the league, that if I were some of these teams, I would make. Trade number 1. The trade is between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Boston Bruins.
Okay.
Carolina, CP, has...
As in they're receiving?
No, I'm just be patient. 10.64 mil in cap space currently. And Boston has 2.08 mil in cap space.
Okay.
The trade. Carolina receives Elias Lindholm, center, 7.75 mil cap hit until 2030, and a 2026 fourth round pick that belongs to Boston. Boston receives Jesperi Kotkaniemi, center/left wing, 4.82 mil until 2030, and prospect Bradley Nadeau, center left wing, drafted 30th overall in 2023.
Okay. You know what, dude? I actually think that I worry about with the respect, I worry about the Lindholm contract based on what I saw last year. And I wanted him so badly. No one was higher on Elias Lindholm and his talent and bringing him to Boston. I worry about the contract a bit, but possibly ignoring that and considering the cap, I actually want to give this trade a B+ because I think could be, if potential is ever fucking harnessed, an excellent 2C in Carolina. And what I think coming back to Boston is nothing to me. No offense to those guys, but Boston is punting till next season anyway. So I'm like, whatever. Like that's, maybe the prospect pans out and no harm, no foul here. And if the Lindholm contract doesn't work out, and again, with respect, now you got that off your books. So like potential win there. Like I don't think Lindholm goes so fucking nuclear that you're like, wow, we blew it. He's the best player in the league, 100-point guy, So high upside in both directions. Not a groundbreaking trade, but a very good business, Dan. Very good business. B+.
Here's what I think. A lot of people want to say at the beginning of the year, Boston struggles. A lot of people were like this, oof, that Lindholm deal looks like one of the worst deals in the league. Lindholm is only 30 years old. I think he might be possibly 31. Let me just check that real quick. But I believe he is, he's only 30. And if you check the tape, the last 20 games of the season, Elias Lindholm playing with David Pastrnak and Morgan Geekie, I believe, was top 10 in the NHL amongst centers in points per game.
That's awesome.
Last 20 games of the season. He was buzzing once he found his rhythm. And that's been the whole thing with Lindholm. If you give him consistency with wings, he makes players way better. He is a phenomenal two-way center, getting Selke votes constantly. And he has before been a 90-plus point guy. Now, that was playing with Gaudreau and Matty Tkachuk. Obviously, that helps. But you look at this Carolina roster, and on the wings, we're hearing all this talk right now about how they're trying to figure out if they can make Seth Jarvis or Stankoven a center. And I'm like, maybe you could, but you don't need to. You don't need to do that. You've got all this cap space. You've got some things to work with. Make a trade. And ultimately, for wings on the top 6 on this team, you've got Nikolai Ehlers, you've got Seth Jarvis, you've got Andrei Svechnikov, you've got Jackson Blake, and you've got Logan Stankovic. Those could be the guy. 2 of those guys could be placed between or on the outsides of Elias Lindholm. And if you don't think that is a potentially Stanley Cup winning second line, you're out of your mind. That is a second line that can compete with Florida's second line. That's what this team needs. They made all these great moves. They got great defense. Looks like Franny Anderson is still buzzing, but you're not competing with Florida yet. You're really not. And
it was that big hole. Yep.
I think KK is a good little player, but I think KK is a third line center. And you know, ultimately you've got Jordan Staal. And if Jordan Staal is going to still be playing third line center, you got to figure something out. And I think this is what you figure out. And Boston gets back because, like, you know what? KK, he's younger, but he's also on a big contract till 2030. And, you know, it's not a big number, but it's like, that's a guy you're committed to. So you swap it for the same term and you get a guy who is a better second line center and whose ceiling, I think, is going to go higher with guys like that on the wing. You're fine as far as cap is concerned, and Boston gets a little prospect in Bradley back as well. I think it could be a great deal.
Me too. You almost talked me into not liking it as much for Boston anymore because of my former belief in Lindholm and what he was capable of in the last 20 games. You know, like now I'm almost like, well, maybe we do hold on to Lindholm. You're punting him.
He's 30 years old. He's 30 years old.
Yeah.
He's playing fantastically with Pasta and Geeky.
I'm lowering it, Dan. I'm lowering it to a B because I don't want to give up Lindholm for that little. But it's great business for Carolina. Great business.
You know, it's like ultimately Carolina, you're paying KK 4.82, I believe. Yeah, I just said 4.82. In 78 games, he had 12 goals, 21 assists for 33 points. It's like, that's not your second line center. He's only 25. He's only 25.
Yeah, right. But I've seen what I need to see, I think.
At the end of the day, that's a third line center. You need a second line center, and Elias Lindholm is as a second line center that can be a Stanley Cup winning team.
Yeah,
I really like it.
Okay, I like it. Good start, Dan. Really good start.
I feel really good about that. Okay, next trade is going to be between the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Wow.
I'm very curious as to the reception on this one. Toronto Maple Leafs have $5.33 million in cap space currently. The Columbus Blue Jackets have $16.34 in cap space currently. This trade is going to be the Columbus Blue Jackets receiving Anthony Stolarz at $2.5 million for 1 more year. The Toronto Maple Leafs receiving Elvis Merzlikins at 50% salary retained.
Which is how much? Thank you.
$5.4 million until 2027, so 2 years at 5.4, but we're going to slash that in half, make it about 2.7, and that's going to be just about the same as Stolarz. Mm-hmm. And they're also going to get Corson Kuhlman's right shot D, 25th overall selection in the 2021 draft.
How's he doing? How's he been?
He's been very, very solid. But if there's anything that Toronto needs, it's more defensive prospect, a first-round defense prospect. Been a good little player.
Right shot.
It's essentially a backup goalie swap, and Columbus gets their goalie that could sneak them into playoffs.
I was going to say, is it, though? Like, I know that you're right. They want to go back to Wall.
I think based on the money invested, also Stolarz is 31.
Yep.
Joe Wall is your starting goalie.
And it's tricky, dude, because the Bruins played this game. I think we saw the benefit of that tandem. I think the Leafs were really aided this year, really, truly aided by the performance they got by both of those guys. Yep. Splitting time, not a big deal. And then I know they didn't win, but they took Florida to such a good series. And when Stolarz got hurt, it was like, what a luxury to put in Joe Wall. I know there was a couple blips in those games, but I thought he played great in he had a shutout in fucking game 6. So it's scary to go, like right now, if I'm Toronto, I feel like Stolarz is an asset that I'm like, we either should just keep this benefit or we should swing him, put all our faith in Wall, like the Bruins did with Swayman, and get something great back, which I also think the Bruins fumbled. Like, I know they got that pick, and, who knows what Dean turns into, but it's like...
I just think that's so different, dude.
It was.
You cannot be even... Like, frankly, I'm almost disappointed in you for bringing Linus Ullmark up in the same breath here. Like, Linus Ullmark won a Vezina.
Oh, yeah, no.
Stoli is 31. Like, he is a backup. He makes $2.5 million a year. Like, listen...
But they'd be expecting
solid
to be a starter, right? Like, they'd be like, this is our guy.
But who? Toronto? Or
no, the Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets. They'd be like, this is our guy.
Jackets,
We can make playoffs now.
Yes, but again, I don't think you're winning a cup with Stolarz. You are making the playoffs. So like the Leafs can't be holding on to him being like, he's going to win someone a cup or like he's going to win us the cup. Like, you invested in Joe Wall. That is your starting goalie.
Nope, that's
so I've got news for you, dickheads. You are losing Stoli at the end of this year. He is going to sign with a team who thinks that guy can get them into the playoffs like the Blue Jackets
and
would.
maybe a cup, though. I bet they're like, he could win us a cup.
If someone thinks that, good for them. That's what I'll say.
Don't you think Toronto, if he hadn't got hurt when they were up against the Panthers, if they beat the Panthers with Stolarz in goal, don't you think they're going, we are about to win a cup with him?
Sure, I think the most delusional, dumbest franchise in the NHL is probably thinking that.
But
yes,
I would have been thinking that too. If they had beat the Panthers, I would have been like, they're going to beat the Hurricanes.
I think I've said it a number of times. That series had zero business going as long as it did, and I think they would have been absolutely shit pumped by whoever they played next. And that's that.
I really like it for Columbus because I actually am high on Stoli. I think you're probably being more realistic. Not probably. You are being more realistic in what you could get back for Stoli. I think as a Leafs fan, or if I was a Leafs fan, I would be like, damn it, I wanted more than that. But maybe that's just the market. Like, if, to your point, dude, if Linus Ullmark, Vezina winner, got a late first rounder and that's it, then I'm like, what do you think you're getting for Stoli? So fair.
Here's what I'll say. John Gibson.
Oh yeah, good comp. What did he get?
Who is about the same age, and in my opinion, a much stronger goaltender. He was traded to the Ducks for Mrazek, or from the Ducks to the Wings for Mrazek and 2 draft picks, a second-round pick in 2027 and a fourth-round pick in 2026. So, like, this is... listen, you could swing it to picks if you want. To me, like, if Toronto's like, yeah, we'd rather a second-round pick, go for it. I think Toronto getting a first-round right-shot defensive pick is a good return, but if you want the picks, take the picks.
Take the picks. But take the miles. You want some miles? Take some miles.
My point is, you're getting in a trade for Stolarz. You would hope to get a replacement backup goaltender, which I've given you at 50% salary retained. So basically, your cap hit doesn't move at all. And I'm giving you a first round prospect, or if you want, you can have a second round pick and a fourth round pick.
Okay, I was C plus B minus. But you have talked me up. You talked me down of the last one. You talked me up in this one. I'm going to go another B. I'm going to go with the second B.
I think if anyone thinks that Stoli is a better prospect than Gibson, you do not watch goaltenders.
You don't know.
And I'm not saying that disrespectfully. I'm saying it's just a lot of people who are sleeping on John Gibson, which way too many people are. Because, like, talk to anyone. If you went, who are some of the best goalie options available out there? Gibson was higher than Stolarz on every single list, I promise you. So you're not getting more than what
that.
Anaheim just got for Gibson.
Okay, good job. 2 Bs.
Next trade. I love this one. Trade is going to be between the Anaheim Ducks and the Calgary Flames. Okay, you ready? The Anaheim Ducks and the Calgary Flames, will start with the Ducks. The Ducks currently have $28.99 million in cap space. Now, don't forget, they have Dostal to extend. He's an RFA, and McTavish. The Calgary Flames have $15.41 in cap space. They trade. Anaheim will receive Rasmus Andersson, right shot D, 28 years old, $4.5 million cap hit for the next year. Calgary will receive Drew Hellison, right shot defenseman, 24 years old, currently a restricted free agent. Stian Solberg, a left shot defenseman, 23rd overall selection in 2024, a 2026 fourth round pick that belongs to Philly, and a 2027 second round pick that belongs to Detroit.
The second and a what? Were they both seconds?
a fourth round
it's the fourth.
this coming season, and a second round in 2027.
And how old are both defensemen?
24, and I believe Stein is 20. I think he's 20.
You know how I feel about fourth round picks, so I'm like, if that's fucking literal trash that you could just throw away. I like the idea, dude. I like the idea a lot that the Flames, even though they had a really good bet at it this year, should be building to a couple years out. You know, like just, you don't need to blow the load on trying to do something this year.
Stein is 19.
Okay, sick. Yeah, so like I kind of like that. And maybe I'm overhyping Raz, but I do think he's awesome.
I love Raz too. That's something that can be discussed here as well. So we know that Rasmus Andersson is a guy that was targeted by LA. Mm-hmm. He is a we've been talking about him forever. He had 31 points last year in 81 games, 11 goals, 20 assists. I think he's a certified, for me, second pair guy. And like he is an elite second pair guy. Now, could he be a first pair guy? Sure. I absolutely think he could be. But if you're really trying to build something, I think he probably is going to be on that second pair, I think he's probably going to be on the second pair on like a really, really good team. If we look at the Ducks right now, their left side is the most. I can't believe the stock that I am buying on the left side of their defense. They have Jackson Lacombe, who was a fucking weapon last year. Pavel Mintyukov, who was so good 2 seasons ago, a little bit of a sophomore slump last year, but he's still fantastic. And then Olin Zellweger, you know how high I am on him. He's a fucking beautician, young puck-moving defenseman. And then on the right, they have their captain and enforcer in Radko Gudas. They have another really, really good vet enforcer in Jacob Trouba. If you can bump those two down and put Raz as your starting right shot D with Lacombe, and then you have Gudas as your second pair and Trouba as your third pair, where everyone has said, if you put Jacob Trouba as your third pair, take away the minutes and all the pressure. Not that there's crazy pressure in Anaheim, but like that's exactly where Jacob Trouba lives. You're on this young team. You're not cap strapped. It doesn't matter what he makes. There's no like, oh, you're making $8 million. You got to be doing this, that, or the other. If you got Trouba just chilling and taking care of Olin Zellweger, are you kidding me? That's incredible.
Yep.
I think with what Anaheim's building, we've heard a bunch of people say it. I think there's a chance that these guys fuck around and make it into playoffs.
Me too, dude. And
really,
Really
what I think they need is defense here. And I would hear the argument that you might want more, and I would hear the argument that with
if
this
you're the Flames, you mean, right? You want more back?
That with this great draft, you might want 26 coming up. You might want that second rounder to be in 2026 rather than 2027, which I would be fine with. They have 3 second round picks in 2027, which is why I think the Ducks would rather have it be that one. But if you wanted to flop those, I would hear it. I am not entirely sure that Rasmus Andersson is worth a first round pick. Now, he might be, and he certainly might be at the deadline when teams are really desperate, which is where I could see Calgary going, we're going to play the season out, but we know that they were taking calls.
I know.
And frankly, for me, if you get this offer to young prospect defenseman, Helleson, you can sign, he's an RFA, you can sign him right now to a really friendly deal. He immediately fills your right D spot. He's obviously not going to be the one right D, but that's what you got Mackenzie Weegar for. You put Helleson in the lineup. Solberg is a first round pick, really good prospect, and then you get a second and a fourth. I don't know. Now, Calgary fans, scream at me. I know you guys are a passionate bunch. I could see you going, are you fucking high? That's not even close to as good of a return. I think what I would say back to that is like, I think what we're seeing from Rass is like, he's great. Like, he had a 50 and a 49 season. Then he went 39, 31. I don't think he is regressing. I really don't think that at all. I think, though, he is a 45-point guy. Mm-hmm. So I feel like because of how much people love him, and let me be clear, very good defensive player as well. I think Rasmus Andersson is a very strong defensive defenseman as well. So I don't need him, and Flames fans don't need him to get, fucking
80 points.
80 point. Yeah, like Rass is playing first line PK. Him being a 45-point guy and also being a PK guy, that's a great fucking asset. But it just feels like we've had 2 years in a row of this guy being like, I'm not staying here.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Dan, especially if he's leaving, then you actually do like this. Because I was going to say, if Calgary trades him and regresses, you're going to be pissed. But I'm like, well, not if he was leaving for free and you're building something that's trending to match up a couple years out when Wolf is really going and all that shit. Kind of a dagger for the Kings if he turns down a Kings trade and then goes, I'll go to the Ducks.
Yeah.
Fuck. But Dan, I love what you've done here. Give me an A-.
Really? We are possibly going to get called absolute fucking morons by the Flames.
I love what you've done here, Dan.
And listen, I think Hellison is a good player. I think Stein Solberg is a really, really good prospect. I mean that passionately. For those who don't know, he is a Norwegian defenseman. He, has played in Norway forever. He played 10 games for the Gulls this past season. 5 points in 10 games. As a defenseman. Like, that's pretty solid stuff. He's a 6'2", 200-pound left shot defenseman. He is just like good.
Yeah,
he's a good player. Obviously, first round pick just in 2024. So yep. I think he's a good pick. I think he's a really good pick. And I think if you're getting two young prospect defensemen, you get a second round pick, a fourth round pick. That's not bad. And it's just, again, like, what are you expecting to get?
Oh, you do. Yeah.
When you got a guy who is clearly wants out. He's got 1 year left on his deal. I don't know. But again, if you want to hold out to the trade deadline and try to get that first round pick for him, I get that. But I don't know. I think it's a decent package. I think you're being a little generous with my A-. I think this one probably, if you're the Ducks, you're probably like, we won that trade, probably. And I'm sure there's some Flames fans listening right now going, probably. They definitely won. But again, what I say to you is, this guy's got 1 year left on his deal and he wants out.
Yep.
You're getting 2 players back and 2 picks back. That's not bad.
Okay. Trade 4.
Trade 4 is going to be between the Detroit Red Wings and the Minnesota Wild. Little Stevie Y action here.
Yeah.
The Detroit Red Wings have $12.09 million in cap space. The Minnesota Wild have $10.19 million in cap space. Keep in mind they have to re-sign Marco Rossi, who is currently a restricted free agent. This trade, something that the Detroit Red Wings desperately need. To Detroit goes Jonas Brodin, 32-year-old left shot defenseman making $6 million until 2028. He is currently on IR and is set to miss the beginning of the season. To Minnesota goes Eric Gustafsson, left shot defenseman, I believe 33 years old, $2 million until 2026, so just 1 year left on that deal. A 2026 second round pick, and Shai Boyum, brother to Zeev Boyum, who is also on the Minnesota Wild, selected 36th overall in 2021. Let me just tell you about Shai. Shai Boyum, early second round pick, obviously. Went to the University of Denver as well as Zeev. Trailblazed for him. He is the older brother. At the University of Denver as a defenseman. 18 points in 39 games, 21 points in 38 games, 36 points in 43 games. And then last season, played 67 games in the AHL for Grand Rapids, had 25 points in those 67 games.
Dude, you are a little deviant because I love a reunion.
Yeah.
I love this. I was already kind of like, I don't know about that. I love it for Detroit, but I don't know. And then you fucking sent Zeev's brother home. You sent him home, Dan. And now I'm all in my feels about it. I think that the injury to start the season could be, Dan, and hear me when I say this, just what Detroit needed. Because they always crater in the second half there. It's like, oh, fuck. Jonas could start. Remember when Brady was suspended and then he was fresh as fucking lettuce in the Super Bowl? We could start off. And then they have him as reinforcements when they're entering their fucking automatic crater era. He goes, I'm fine. I feel like it's December. And that solves all their problems. I love that pickup for them. I think that would be actually really huge, especially, I know I'm joking, but especially with health. Like if actual health is not an issue, then I'm like, that's tremendous. It's a tremendous ad.
So here's my thing with Brodin, 32 years old. I love this guy. Love the player. Health has been not his strong suit. Since 2013 season, 45 games. But that was the shortened season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe so. 79 games, 71, 68, 68, 73, 82, 69, 53, 73, 60, 62, 50. So he is not always the healthiest. He's 32. So that's going to lower the value. He is definitely a really solid two-way guy. He has a career high points of 30, I believe, in 2022. 5 goals, 25 assists. So he is this, like, he's a two-way guy. He's going to be a PK guy. But I think he drastically improves what I think is a porous Detroit blue line. Like, that has been the issue. And you've got Mo Seider, great player on the right. You've got Edvinsson, who I think is a phenomenal young prospect coming up. But then after that, like, Sherratt is fine. Bernard Docker is fine. But, like, if you can get Brodin up on that left side with Seider, or if you want to keep Edvinsson up there, Edvinsson's young. That I think you're asking a lot of Edvinsson to immediately be first pairing with Mo. But you know, maybe he's 22. Like he could be ready for that for sure. But I just think you're not giving up the prospects that you have in Sandin Pellikka or anything like that. But I don't know. I think a 32-year-old Jonas Brodin, who is more of a defensive guy, that's exactly what they need. Like, do I love the idea of a Bowen Byram on Detroit? Absolutely, I do. We all know I love Bowen Byram, but at the same time, it's like I don't know that Detroit right now needs a puck-moving defenseman. And I think that's what Byram is. Like Byron, I think just had 30-something points with Buffalo. I think he is your second pairing blue liner, puck moving blue liner. And for me, a 32-year-old vet in Brodin who is just like, you know, I think he moves well. He's got pretty decent size. He plays both ends of the ice really well. Would help out their blue line so much. And I actually like, to your point, I like the idea of him being hurt at the beginning of the year, maybe come in 10 games in, finish the whole season. Like
same. Yeah.
That now we're talking, dude. But I love the idea of Brodin in Detroit. I think two-way defensemen like that is exactly what they need. Some vets who aren't, 35 years old. And I think the return is solid.
I think the return's solid, and you've completely won me over, and I'm going to believe in the Zeev connection to bring out the potential, the max potential in his brother, and because I love the Wings, and I would actually really like to see them plug some of their holes. Flat A.
Wow. Dude, you're being real nice to me right now. I don't know if I deserve these. Before I get into the final discussion.
Yep.
I want to bring up some players, some guys that I have sort of pegged here that I think
that might be in this last one.
No. Guys that I think we could see a trade for, that we've heard some stuff on that I know people want to talk about. First and foremost, I want to start with Jordan Kyrou. Jordan Kyrou has been brought up so many times as a possible trade candidate, but this guy is making $8.125 until 2030. He had a fantastic season last year. I think it was 36 goals. We keep talking about it, 70 points in 82 games. The Blues, people within the Blues have told us that there's some on the staff who maybe aren't a fan of his, total game. They think maybe he's a little one-dimensional, this, that, and the other. Jordan Kyrou, to me, is a guy at 27 years old, under contract till 2030 at, frankly, a pretty good cap hit. That's going to be a monster deal. So I don't even know how to wrap my head around trying to armchair GM a deal with that. The Blues have absolutely no cap space, so that one was super complicated. It is, however, a deal where I look at the potential of a Matthew Tkachuk situation maybe a Kyle Connor. Like maybe you do a swap like that. Do you trade Jordan Kyrou, a first round pick, and a prospect and get Kyle Connor back with an extension?
Yeah, interesting. You mentioned that before. It would take something like that. Period, full stop.
Jordan Kyrou, under contract until 2030, a first round pick in next year's crazy draft, and a prospect. That gets you Kyle Connor, in my opinion, if there are internal discussions in Winnipeg of, hey, I ain't coming back. That is a deal where I think Wild fans would have to go, yeah, I mean, I think we have to take that. Yeah, I look at an Otto Stenberg in the Blues. He was I believe, let me look here, 25th overall in 2023. Like that's a first round forward, 6 foot tall center left wing prospect. You pair him with Kyrou and a first round pick next year in that big draft. You get Kyle Connor, who's going to extend in St. Louis. Whew. That's one that I think could possibly happen.
Very interesting.
I look at I know that they don't want it, but Matt Barzal. You kind of look at the project that the Islanders are putting together.
Maybe get something.
Do the Islanders compete next year? I think the Met is super weak, but at the same time, like he's had some injury stuff. He's 28 now, 27. I think he's 28. He was in that infamous 2015 draft. I think he's 28 years old. He's never really had over 25 goals. Like he's a true like center who needs some wings. He's signed for a long time. And, I now look at the situation with the Blues. You got a guy like Snuggerud coming up. You got Neighbors. You've got Buchnevich. You've got Holloway on the wing. Like maybe he does well with that situation. I don't know. But again, these guys like Kyle Connor, who are hearing possible rumors about, and then guys like Kyrou, guys like Barzal. You don't know if any of it's true, but like if a trade like that happens, it's gonna have to be good 1-for-1 situations. Because I'll tell you what, man, if the Winnipeg Jets aren't talking to Kyle Connor right now, as we are recording this podcast and going, hey, we would like to offer you a 7-year extension. This is the discussions we had about Rantanen. Remember when we were talking about Rantanen in Colorado, and we were like, if you even get a whiff that he's considering not signing, you have to trade him.
Move now.
What happened? They traded him. If you're the Jets, dude, if you talk to Kyle Connor and he goes, honestly, I want to get into the season here. Like I want to see what's going on. Pick up the phone and start dialing. I'm serious. Like,
I know, you're right. You're 100%
You've got
right.
to start making some trade calls. And that would take, I believe here, Jordan Kyrou has a no trade. I think he has a no trade clause, needs to get player approval, so he would have to be okay with going to Winnipeg. He's a Canada boy, he's not a Winnipeg boy, but maybe that would help. But that's one that I would keep eyes on, dude. Like I think that's so shockingly similar to the Tkachuk deal. A guy at the end of his contract, or 1 year left on his contract. I'm pretty sure Tkachuk was RFA, which gave them a little bit more, bargaining power. But if Kyrou would waive and you went Kyrou, a good prospect and a first round pick next year, and you get Kyle Connor, who extends in St. Louis, I think that's a trade that the Blues do all day. And if you are Winnipeg,
and they were going to lose him, then you love that. You're like, holy shit, we got Kyrou back.
Yeah, I think you go, I'm okay with this. And then the others I'll just mention. I mentioned Bowen Byram. That's going to be a super interesting one. I think Evgeny Malkin might be the next head to roll here in Pittsburgh.
Already said it's his last year. Yep.
We're keeping eyes on that. Carlson, and obviously Raquel is a big one, but
Rust.
I'd be shocked if they don't make moves. And then Stu Skinner. I'm waiting on Stu Skinner news every single day. That Stolarz one is another. I'm like, would you flop Stolarz for Skinner? Good call.
Yeah.
But I think Stu Skinner can't be a backup.
That's not the media. That's not the media he needs either.
I look at the way Freddie Anderson left Toronto and then found a home in Carolina and thrived. I would not be shocked in the slightest if you moved Stu Skinner to a team that the media is nicer, the fans are a little bit nicer, and so much pressure comes off his shoulders. So Stu Skinner, I think, is going to want to go somewhere where he's a starter, but you got to figure out what the trade situation is there. Let's move on to my last one.
Hit me.
It's the big one. The trade is between the New Jersey Devils and the Vancouver Canucks. You can guess where we're going here.
New Jersey receives Quinn Hughes. Vancouver receives Jack and Luke.
Vancouver is ass up against the cap. They got no space. New Jersey has $6.9 million in cap. Now, what I proposed, CP, was Quinn Hughes to the New Jersey Devils. Left shot defenseman making $7.85 million until 2027. Vancouver receives Dougie Hamilton, right shot defenseman, 32 years old, $9 million until 2028. Simone Nemec, right shot defenseman, 1 year left on his rookie deal, and a 2026 first round pick. I think that would be enough.
Me too. What's your concern? The money's doesn't line up?
No, this is where it got very interesting for me. The money doesn't line up, first of all. Van has...
You can make that work, though.
Van has no cap. Like, you know...
But what they just take on, like an extra 2, an extra 2.5 or something?
An extra 1.1, essentially.
Yeah. So I'm like, you can make that work.
They could figure it out. The issue, I believe, actually exists with the lineup situation. So in New Jersey, Chris, on their defense, which I think is pretty strong, New Jersey's defense is currently Dougie Hamilton, right shot, Brett Pesce, right shot, Jonathan Kovacevic, right shot, Seamus Casey, right shot, Simone Nemec, right shot. Then as left shots, you got Brendan Dillon, 34 years old, Jonas Siegenthaler, 28 years old, and Luke Hughes. Luke Hughes is probably your number one left shot defenseman right now.
Yeah, until you get Quinn.
So if all of a sudden you go get Quinn, you're now probably looking at a lineup of Quinn Hughes on the first pairing, Luke on the second, Siegenthaler on the third, and now you've got Brendan Dillon floating around. Brendan Dillon makes $4 million a year. And on the right side, if you move Hamilton, you've got Pesce. You've moved Nemec as well.
Yeah.
You've got Pesce on the right. You've got Seamus Casey on the right. And Kovacevic on the right.
Yeah, so that's a luxury still.
Yes, the question is are you going, we're all in on Seamus Casey. Like, Seamus Casey is playing every day in the NHL now. Mm-hmm. Probably, but now you've got a 34-year-old Brendan Dillon making $4 million a year getting health bombed every single day.
Yeah, to be a GM. Be a GM. Make a move. Make a reactionary move.
I'm just bringing up the facts here. So to me, Dougie Hamilton, first of all, would have to waive his no move to Vancouver, which Vancouver,
beautiful town,
yeah,
beautiful town, Dan.
Vancouver is phenomenal. I don't know that that's necessarily an issue. Dougie is a Canadian boy. Vancouver's amazing. Let's say Dougie waives. Dougie, Nemec, and a 2026 first round for Quinn, I think is enough.
I think so too. I think the way he's been talking, that he's like, I'm fucking gone.
Well, he has not been said that once.
Well, you're right. The way their president has been talking, that he's like, Quinn has told me that he's gone. So the words being put in his mouth, if you get those two guys and a first back, I'm like, huzzah, dude, you did it. That's tremendous work.
Yeah, and I do like that Dougie is under contract until 2028. Like, that's good.
And
but
Dougie's good, dude. Dougie's good. People up his ass all the time.
Dougie's
a good player.
He if you'll indulge me, however, the other issue exists in Van, because you move Quinn and you're getting back Dougie and Nemec. Both are right shots.
Yep.
Like, now you have another problem there.
Now they're log jammed, yeah.
Because they've got Hronik, I think Myers on the right. Like, now they have all of these right shot D.
Now they're the Devils, yeah.
And they have no one on the left. And you're like, well, that didn't fucking work.
Could you take Dillon back? It's too much money, I guess.
I just think a 34-year-old Dillon
But just as a stopgap even. Like, but it's too much money, but I hear you.
But yeah, you've got Hronik as a right, Marcus Pedersen as a left, who you picked up recently.
Oh,
Myers
yeah.
as a
I forgot
right.
about that.
Forbert as a left. The other Elias Pedersen as a left. And you've got P.O. Joseph as a left. So you could fill it.
Yeah, you're right. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was.
You just you have Hronek, Nemec, and Dougie all on the right.
Which is sick.
It is, but the problem is Nemec is like, I'm a first pairing guy in the either next year or the year after that. Dougie is a certified first pairing guy right now.
Yep.
And Hronek is like, bro, I make $7.25 million a year.
You think I'm playing third? Yeah.
I'm a first pairing guy. So you've got three guys on the right who are like, I'm a first pairing guy.
Dude, well, maybe you go Nemec, fucking play left, dude. Like, learn to play left. Play left for a season.
Maybe you swing a 3-team trade, get Buffalo involved here, get Bowen Byram in the mix. Bowen Byram goes to Van.
Dude, that would actually be sick, Dan. That would be really cool.
Bowen Byram goes to Van, and then maybe Nemec or Dougie gets swung to Buffalo. But
Dougie won't wave that to Buffalo, but Nemec you can bitch slap.
Nemec you can send to Buffalo.
Yeah, you can package him up, send him to Siberia. Bye.
So now, that's how you do this. You get a third team involved.
Call the Sabres.
Buffalo gets involved. We send Bowen Byram. Bowen Byram goes to Van, and Simone Nemec goes to Buffalo. He has nothing. He can't say shit about it, dude.
You can't. You shut your mouth.
Yeah.
You're a play for the Sabres now. Dougie, you live in Vancouver. Have a good life. Boom.
So
the Hughes brothers unite. All OT. All Hughes line OT.
Then you've got Van has a top 4 defense of Bowen Byram on the left, Dougie Hamilton on the right, and then you've got Philip Hronek on the right and Marcus Pedersen on the left, and you're fucking laughing.
Yeah, you move on. Move on. We lost Quinn. We got some good assets back.
You got a first-round pick, and you got Bowen Byram and Dougie Hamilton.
Boom. Dan, A+. A fucking plus.
Wow.
We did it.
Wow, I can't believe it, dude. We figured out all of our problems. We got Bowen Byram, who was on the reserve list, involved.
God, I didn't even know we were going to do that.
And I think Buffalo's happy too, dude. Buffalo loses Bowen Byram, and they go, we got Simone Nemec, dude.
Me too, dude. Great job, Danny GM, cooking up gas.
Holy shit, dude. I feel pretty good about that.
That was awesome, dude. I can't wait for that trade.
Oh, boy. All right. Should we move on to some not ice, or do you have any
quick break? Let's take a quick break from our sponsors, and then we'll come back.
Babes, taking a quick break to talk to you about BetMGM. You know the drill by now. The greatest sports book in the game, the greatest online betting platform you could ever possibly find, because BetMGM takes care of you. They're taking care of the Netters boys at all times. It might not be hockey season, but listen, we just saw my boy Sinner win Wimbledon for the first time. We just saw me and CP's favorite football club, Chelsea FC, the best club in the world, become world champions for the next 4 years, winning the Club World Cup. How do you like them apples? You can be putting bets on anything like that. All summer, we've got action still buzzing, and if you sign up for BetMGM right now using promo code NETTERS, NETTERS, you can bet up to $1,500, and you can lose it all, and that will get put right back into your account. $1,500 of bonus bets. Are you kidding me? That is as good as it gets. No one's taking care of you like that, because BetMGM is the only one that loves you like the Netters boys love you. So get signed up today, use that promo code, and become part of the BetMGM family. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 in Massachusetts. 21 plus only. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 in Puerto Rico. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. See BetMGM.com for terms. U.S. promotional offers not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Huge shout out to our sponsors. Before we get into Not Ice, I do want to give another shout out. I want to shout out the University of Tampa, Chris. Got some boys in the DMs. University of Tampa hockey team. Big Netters guys. We love Tampa. We got to we got to cruise around Tampa in a Duffy boat on a bachelor party recently. We ripped right by University of Tampa.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, a lot of talent.
A lot of talent catching rays on the yard, Dan. Not that I was looking. And
snipping on the ice. These guys are also champs, and they're buzzing around. They're looking to become a D1 program as well. We were talking last episode, or a couple episodes ago, about how we need these Southern schools, and the University of Tampa boys are certified beauties. They're also certified Netters fans. They're in the network. So love those guys.
Wait, while we're doing quick shout outs, I want to say a huge shout out, because I was going to do this at the end, but I thought I might forget, to Luke in Hunter, New York. Luke dapped us up all weekend.
Yes,
legend, great guy, had an awesome time. He's in the network, and we can't appreciate it more. Luke, thanks for being the homie.
Fucking love it, dude. Someone who is also in the network, Justin Bieber. My liney.
Yep, your line mate. Surprise of the weekend. Surprise of the weekend, Bieber going, oh, you thought I was out the game? Oh, you thought I'm rattled about Diddy?
Dropped an album.
Boom, surprise album. What's it called? Swag?
Swag. Dropped a surprise album. Now, listen, you guys might expect that this Not Ice portion is going to be about me and CP breaking down the album that is Swag.
Track by track.
That's not the case. That's
wrong.
That's not what we're doing here. I really believe that no one listening, no one in the world wants to hear our take on Swag.
Yeah.
I'll say I recently posted about Justice, and I was like, remember how fucking good this album was?
Yeah.
And that is a smash record, that album. Swag is not that for me. I've listened to it fully.
Yep,
listened
same.
to it through multiple times. I'd say this album's not for me, and by that I mean I don't think this album was made for me, and that's okay.
Here's a question for you, dude.
Yeah.
Would you say that certainly there are times in my life where songs have grown on me, where I'm like, oh yeah, I actually like this song more than when it first came out, but I don't think I've ever heard a song that I was like, this is whatever, and then a month later was like, this song is actually a certified banger. I usually feel like you listen to it and you're like, that song was fucking heat right away.
Agree. I think I listen to it and I find myself going, what the fuck is this song?
Yeah.
Like, this is so good.
And I don't think there's anyone that can look me in the fucking eye and tell me that a single track on Swag is just absolute fucking gas.
I know, and I've loved I want to get into the internet's reaction to this, and I want to get into Justin Bieber as a whole. I want to get up all up in his business respectfully, which is what a lot of people don't do, which pisses me off.
Here's my take.
But let me just say what we were alluding to. This album not really for me. I thought First Place was pretty good. Sweet Spot I thought was pretty good. Daisies I know people are loving, but I didn't think this album blew my tits off.
Yep.
And I think my first question is like, what's the deal with these surprise albums, dude? Like, remember when fucking Beyonce dropped like fucking Lemonade or whatever it was, and everyone's like, oh my God, a surprise album. Does it really drive downloads that much more? I know all of a sudden there's a quick 24 hours where it's all anyone's talking about. Like,
but doesn't that happen when they drop their albums anyway? When they're like, hey, my album's coming out August 24th. Isn't there like a shit fuck on August 24th anyway?
That's what I would have assumed. Is like, if you have as big of a following as Beyonce and Justin Bieber, the second your album comes out, people are going to run to it like fucking lunatics and start posting about it. So does it really move? I'm asking because I don't know. I couldn't believe that it moves the needle that much. So I suppose I'm here to say the surprise album drop is I boo. Maybe not boo, but I'm like whatever.
I don't need it.
Whatever.
And it better be good. Because if you're gonna go blah and it's not good, then I'm like, fucking maybe take some more time, do that again, and then figure it out. Here's my question to you, Dan.
Yeah, go.
And this is about JB in this case, but just artists in general. Art in general. Why do we as a species feel the need to stop doing what everybody likes? And by that I mean, let me take it to TV. I'm probably getting made fun of by some people here, but Entourage. I love that show, Entourage.
Yeah.
At what point did they go, maybe Vince should have a drug addiction and like completely crash out of the movie game? As realistic as that plot may have been, I literally would have happily just sat down season after season while Vince landed the next like banger movie and, you know, slept with some girls along the way. And it was fun. It's a fucking escapism, wish fulfillment show, whatever.
CP, if I can interject on that exact topic, it's as if some of these shows forget their comedies. Yeah. I'm going to point to a couple or a few. Entourage,
Yep.
The Office,
Yep.
Ted Lasso.
Oh, dude.
Now, Ted Lasso, let's go through them. Entourage. Is it realistic that a celebrity, a major movie star, would get a drug problem? Of course.
Yep.
You're a 30-minute comedy, my friend. And no one is watching this show for that insane emotional character arc breakdown.
Yep.
We don't want that. So stop fucking doing it. The Office. No one wants to watch episodes of Pam and Jim having marital problems.
Dude.
This is The Office. What the fuck are you doing? And then Ted Lasso. I know that one in the new age of streamers and Ted Lasso definitely walked that line of being so lovely and emotional while also comedic. But the lovely emotional stuff was just that. It was lovely emotional. Like, yeah, it dealt with real things, but there were just times where it was like, what? We're going too deep, dude. In that last season, they were like, we're an hour long now. We were always a dramedy. And I'm like, no, you fucking weren't.
Stop.
It's the same with The Bear. It's like, shut the fuck up. So you're so right. Just do what everyone loved. You don't need to be the same. Look at It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yep. Good one. Good. Really good.
Look at Coldplay. Like we loved you. Just keep doing what we love. Just like keep. Yeah, I'm all for growth. I'm all for experimenting. But it's like sometimes we're losing the plot here.
And Biebs, love him or hate him, dude, has some bops. And like, you are a pop star, dude. And I mean that in a compliment. Like, I think some people in the Star is Born crowd is like, yeah, it's fluff, it's bullshit, he's got nothing to say, like, which he obviously does have a ton to say as a human being, you know. We've gone on and on about that. So I'm not trying to be like, just make the fun music, dude. I don't need to hear about your fucking emotional damage. But I am kind of like, dude, you have an ability, a gift, a rare gift that you can make super entertaining song. You can make so many people just feel good and happy. And it bums me out for whatever the reasons when artists are like, I used to do that. Now I make slow acoustic music about whatever, you know? And I'm like, yeah, dude, remember I'm the One? That was sick. Do that again.
Here's my thing. Music is an artistic expression, and I think Biebs is a genius in many ways. I'm a huge Bieber guy.
Dude, he's a legend. He's a legend.
I always have with him. I absolutely love him. I think there's an argument to be made that he's the most famous person alive. Truly, I feel that way. It's like this poor fucking kid was just born a musical genius, had immense talent, and was birthed into the internet. Like, he was 12 or 13, and like Usher and P. Diddy were like, you are going to be the next superstar. And God knows what has happened to him along the way, but he has been open and closed about various insane things that he's been through. He's clearly a tortured man, as many geniuses are. And I will never take away his platform or microphone to express himself however he needs, because at the end of the day, dude, people are going to buy his records. They're going to download his music. So do whatever you want, pal. And while the music that he's made in the past might make you happy or me happy, maybe it's not making him happy. But that's why I'm like, this feels like a really R&B inspired album, and R&B is great. It's not really the Bieber. No, it's great, but it's not necessarily the Bieber that I want. But I want him to do whatever he wants to do. But I think that's the topic for me with the Bieber album drop is just, how old is he? 29?
God, is
30? Is he 30 already?
Check.
Look up how old he is, but in the insanely young life that
31,
is, he must.
31.
I was like, he must be over 30. 31. In the insanely young life that Bieber has had, he's already been famous for well over 15 years.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, what a fascinating career this dude has had.
I know.
Like, he's like seemingly losing his fucking mind on the internet.
Well, he knew he had a surprise album drop like a week later, dude.
Yeah, like he's seemingly losing his fucking mind, and then at the same time, he's dropping music under the radar, and he's so famous that people don't know how to talk about it.
I know.
This is what's been funny on the internet for me is like I'm looking at the way people are responding online and they don't know what to say. Like I don't know if people love or hate this album
Because they're like, am I allowed to hate it, or do I have to say it's awesome because it's Bieber, or do I criticize him because that's in vogue? Where I'm like, he's losing his mind. Like no one knows what the fucking thing that's not going to get you made fun of is.
It's this guy drops an album in the middle of the night. And it becomes the talk of the town. People are making viral TikToks about people. Like, I don't know if you saw that one that Bieber retweeted. It was like this guy being like, that was Justin Bieber's way of being like, you motherfuckers thought I was gone. Fuck you. I'm Jay Bieber, bitch. Like, blah, 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 blah. And well, there's a point of me that's like, that is true. But that guy's talking like he just dropped the Carter 3. And I'm like, I don't think he did do that.
Yeah, he didn't.
But the fact of the matter is like Justin Bieber is the Beyonce, Taylor Swift level where he does anything and the world stops. What a fucking crazy amount of power that one man wields.
Absolutely insane. Dude, proud of him. Happy for him. Make fun music again. That's my thought.
I'm here to say do whatever you want. Do whatever makes you happy. I think that's my thesis is like, I just want Biebs to be happy, dude. I've spent time with the guy, dude. I've been in the locker room with the guy. I've been on the ice with him, and you see glints of the happy kid, and I want that back. Yeah. And I maybe Swag did that. Maybe it didn't. I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious how he feels about this.
Yeah.
But
okay, let's take a break, and then we'll kick it to we'll come back for our games. All right, I got to talk to you guys about True Classic because they have been such a game changer in my social life, in my confidence. It's incredible. Okay, they have the best fits with their gear. It feels amazing. It's a great price, obviously, but you can manage your outfit and your wardrobe in your budget now and just feel like you look great. I genuinely feel like that all the time. Okay. Obviously the fabric is sick, and you've heard that if you've ever seen an ad ever, but it's actually beyond that. The True Classic purpose goes so much deeper because they are doing hilarious commercials. They give back to their community. They don't take themselves too seriously, so I can feel sick in my gear, and it's just an awesome company, okay? I started with the jeans, 100%. That was my first one. I threw the jeans on. I love them. They've got like the kind of slightly baggier fit now, which is all the trend, and it's awesome. But I really like it because it's, especially in Cali when it gets really hot, they're not so sticky and skinny on my leg anymore. The jeans are amazing, but man, the t-shirts changed everything for me because they're a bit longer. You guys know I'm kind of tall guy. The t-shirts are a bit longer where it's like they fit tight around the chest and arms where I want them to, but never bunching, bundled, anything like that. So soft, smooth. And then the length, I can like reach up. Nothing's an issue. It's so good. It's a total game changer for me. Okay. So get rid of all the overpriced stuff. Get rid of all the new fashion, this and that. These are built for comfort. They're built to last. They give back. It's just an amazing operation, okay? So you can get them anywhere. You can get them at Target, at Costco. But if you go to trueclassic.com/netters, you can get hooked up with all the latest deals. Go check it out right now. Huge thank you to our sponsors. And now, Wags, take us into a beer league hotline.
There are two gay guys on our team, and they're dating.
Here we go.
That's a great start.
Here we go.
let's go.
Hold on.
Let's fucking go.
Start again.
There are two gay guys on our team, and they are dating. They were on the team before I joined, and I'm told they met outside a beer league and joined as a package deal. Obviously, everyone is cool with it, and there's no issue in the locker room when changing or even showering. But recently they broke up, and they've asked to both keep playing because it was amicable. Now when they show up, it's awkward as fuck. And imagine having to see your ex naked in the shower every week. What do we do about this?
That's such a good point. That's such a good point, dude. Like in my mind, I was right about to be like, whatever, dude. You sit opposite sides of the locker room. Who fucking cares? But then, dude, you're just butt ass naked, soap suds everywhere every Wednesday, dude.
I don't know, man. First of all, this is fucking awesome. I love this so much. I hate that they broke up. That sucks. But I need to know why it's awkward. Like, are you guys making it awkward because you think it's a big deal? Or
they said it's fine.
Or are these two dudes fine? Like, are they like, dude, we're like, it was an amicable breakup. We're chilling. Because here's the thing, man. I will say, gay dudes don't give a fuck about
I know.
awkwardness and like casual sex. So they might actually be totally chill. Like, listen, maybe it'd be weird if one of those guys started fucking another guy on that team, but it sounds like that's not happening. So I think you might be making it weird. You might be thinking this is more serious than it is. But in fact, these two bros are just totally, they're totally chill. They don't care at all.
Dude, what if you're right. You're 100% right. I need to know who the awkwardness is coming from. And is there a world, Dan, where they could alternate weeks?
No, dude,
You
fuck
get
that.
this
You're
week,
being a bitch.
You get the next week.
You're being a bitch.
We're
dude.
all still boys.
You're another one of these little bitch boys in the locker room now. Like, oh, mommy and daddy broke up. Fuck you, dude. You're a pussy. They're fine. They're fucking crushing it. And if they're just
said
buzzing,
they're fine. They said they're fine.
And if they're buzzing around on the ice, scoring goals and having fun in the
are they
locker room,
good question.
Leave them alone.
I will say, and again, if they're fine, whatever. But the shower is such a wrinkle. Like, I can't believe you break up with somebody and then just see them hanging dong
You're a
every
pussy.
night. And you're like, yo.
You're a pussy, dude. You're a pussy.
That used to be mine. That D was mine. Now it's anybody's D.
You're a pussy, dude. Like, I'm telling you.
That D belongs to everybody, dude.
Can you not hear me, or are you just ignoring me and interrupting me every 5 seconds just to try to get your joke across?
Because maybe you're delayed because I'm talking normally on my end.
I'll tell you what, brother, you are a bitch. And these dudes, you think that they give a shit about seeing a swinging dick? You think that phases them at all? Regardless of where that dick has been? No. I can't believe that we're going to try to waste any airtime on these guys being phased by that. The only way that this is awkward, is if there's emotions. If there are emotions attached or impacted, then it's a tough situation. Otherwise, these two guys are fucking grown-ass adults. They've handled this like professionals, and they've put the team and the game ahead of their relationship. And that right there, dude, that gets you a spot on the team any day. Any day. These two guys fucking rock.
And everyone else should take notes. Let them play.
100%.
Let the boys play.
100%.
I love it.
All right, now let's kick it to a Bauer Hockey blind ranking. These blind rankings are incredible, about as incredible as the Bauer Twitch and all of their other products. This week, we're doing things to have in your golf bag.
Ooh, this is vital. This is vital.
Very, very important. Very, very, very important.
Portable charger.
Oh, fuck, dude. See, he comes practical out the gate, Dan. He comes practical out the gate. And you are such a practical bitch that I think you're going to think this is higher than me because it's about preparation. If you're prepared, you don't need it.
There are so many things to call me a bitch about and like a bougie bitch about, but like being practical is like, what's bitchy about being practical? That's crazy.
You're such a practical genius.
There we go, dude. Now we're talking. I'm gonna go low here, CP. I'm gonna be honest. I'm going low here because, listen, if you're a professional, you come to the golf course with your phone charged. Yeah, come to the course with your phone charged. You got a charger in your, not a portable one, but like a charger in your bag or a charger in your car, and you can zap it up at the end of the round or in the clubhouse or something. And then also nowadays, sometimes these golf carts, they've got cords on them. We
do need to get there.
They've got some of those in there, but I'm going low here. I would go as low as 5. I would go as low as 5 here. Like, it's just, I don't think it's that important.
The only reason I want to go, I'm with you mostly. The only reason I want to go 4 is because I like the music, and we both love our Bluetooth speakers.
We're not talking about a portable charger for a speaker. This is for your phone.
No. I'm saying that tracker drains the fuck out of me. I can't even get from 100% charge. I can't get through 18 on one charge if you are tracking and playing music the whole time. Maybe I have an old phone. It's not that old. It's only a year and a half old. But period, full stop. That shit eats your battery. That's the only reason I want to go 4.
Yeah, we're gonna go 5 because you picked such a preposterously specific reason why your phone dies.
That's why your phone dies. That's why phones die. If you are tracking, you're on a speaker and playing music, which I imagine most people are doing, unlike you, who are apparently playing in dead silence and you don't care where you hit it. Then yes, I don't need a portable charger. Everyone else on Earth would probably like one when your battery's getting drained by your shot tracking.
I don't even think that people know what the fuck you're talking about, pal. Like, I'm over here with that same speaker as you, and I'm not crying like a little cunt about my fucking phone battery dying. It's a 5.
I'd like to go as high as 2. I'm now up to 2 because it is preposterous to think that your phone doesn't die while playing.
Here we go.
So I will settle at 3.
Sensitive CP, dude, coming in and fucking ruining everything.
I will settle at 3. If you want 5, I guess we would average at 3.5.
Hey,
I would say.
Do you want to get back on track with this episode or keep being a twat?
No, you have completely derailed this, and we have to go now 2 or 3. I'm between 2 or 3. Up to you.
Okay, 5. Moving on.
No, I disagree. I will not accept a 5. I will not move forward with a 5. I will go as low as 4, but I'm now 3 or 4, and you can pick between 3 or 4.
All right. 4, and I love that now the whole world gets to see what a fucking piece of shit you are sometimes. You absolute
because I made a reasonable point, and you said dude, no one ever has had their phone die.
You referenced a random speaker, and you're like, "Oh, my tracking," and I'm like, I'm like, too. Yeah, but you mentioned a random speaker as if everyone on Earth has it. And I'm over here who has that speaker, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's that bad. And you're like, my tracking and my Bluetooth speaker, my phone battery's dead in an hour. And now you're getting all butthurt about it, and you're being a fucking bitch.
We had this exact conversation at Half Moon Bay when you go, man, these things drain your phone battery. And I go, I know. And then I said, I'm so glad we have a portable charger here at just above a 5. Right where it belongs, at 4. Thank God.
God, you're the worst. You're as shitty as you are dumb and useless. I'm so glad that I'm no longer around you because I don't have to have my life force sucked out of me. And don't even try to make a joke like my phone battery does when I plug it into that speaker.
You knew it was coming, though. You knew it was coming.
You useless piece of shit. 4.
Yes. Thank you.
This one's a little bit crazy that it's even on the list, because if you brought a golf bag, why are these not in it? Clubs.
It's the most lock one I've ever seen in my life, dude. The most lock one in the history of blind rankings, dude.
It has to be one. It literally has to be one. Like I don't know.
I don't know. You guys, you could rent, I suppose, but I just think you really want them. You really
just want a golf bag full of portable chargers.
Yeah. Because CP would have the round of his fucking life, dude. He would finally stop shanking balls into the fucking pond.
And I know where they all went because I would have the tracking going, humming. The tracker would be humming. Yeah, gotta be one. One.
I suppose we should have put a caveat in there saying that clubs are obviously in the bag, but that wasn't established. Therefore, this is a lock one. This is the most lock one of any blind ranking we've ever done. 1.
Rangefinder.
Oof. I can't fucking believe that we had 4 taken away from us because Chris is a twat.
Correctly taken.
I'll go 3 here, I think. I just think a rangefinder is way more important for me than a portable fucking charger. But again, at the end of the day, it's like if I leave my rangefinder at home, I'm not freaking the fuck out. There are other ways to figure it out.
That was my only point too, Dan. I literally go like this. Oh, fuck. Whatever. You know, like all the carts now, to your point, have like, or at least everywhere I play, the cart, I drive to the ball and it's like, you're exactly this far from the hole. And I'm like, thanks. You know, like I only pull it out on a par 3 because I don't drive my cart up onto the tee box, but that's it. I pull it out twice per 9 holes. So I can live. I don't know what's coming next. I want to go 3 too because I think some bad stuff might be coming, but
I can't believe you just said that about a rangefinder and you couldn't be less stubborn to not say that about a portable charger.
I pulled the charger out the whole time. I'm plugged in the whole time. Plugged in full 9 versus twice. 2 usages. Dude, portable rangefinder gets used. Watch this. Click. Click. Miss, because I always missed the first time. Click again. That's about 8 seconds. Use that twice per 9. 16 seconds per 9. Portable charger. The whole 2 hours. Plugged in.
But you don't need that. You don't need it plugged in the whole time. Like you don't need to be plugged in.
100% bad.
I'm telling you right now, this this blind ranking is going to suck because of you. So
we'll see.
We'll put it
Let's
at
go
a 3,
three.
Wags.
Sunscreen.
Damn.
Chris is getting burned out there if he's putting that at 5.
Yeah, dude, I think like we are going to be in the minority here because we don't need sunscreen as much as others. So,
And to your point, Dan, prepare. Like, just pop some on. Like, doesn't need to be in my. It's only in your bag if you're like, oh yeah, fuck, I forgot to put sunscreen on. I'm like, put some sunscreen on.
yeah, but dude, I mean, like, come on.
I forget a lot. But
And also, if you're golfing in the summertime in anywhere on the
18,
west or
playing
the
18,
south,
make the turn.
like, I don't care if you put on 50, pal. Like if we get through, you get through 5 holes, and you're like, I could probably relather up.
I guess
'Cause
I'm almost never playing 18 anymore. I guess that's a wrinkle.
What we don't want is a farmer's tan. We sure don't want that. So you don't want you don't want to burn at all. I mean, I have to go 5 here because I'm not giving up 2. But God, wouldn't it be great if we had 3, 4, 5 locked in right now?
I would so much rather a little burn than a dead phone.
Yeah. Okay, 5.
Last but not least, beers.
I'm pretty happy about that.
That's about as good.
Clubs, beers.
It's about as good as a 1-2 as you could get. Listen, I'll tell you.
We reeled it in, Dan. We reeled it in.
There's going to be an argument for people saying that beers could be won over clubs.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, which brings you more joy on the golf course? It's probably the beers.
Really good point.
It's probably the beers.
Really
but
good point.
At the end of the day, we can't golf without the clubs, so they had to be won. I don't know. That's a pretty good list. I could shuffle some stuff up, but I'm not pissed off, and that's
We'll live. I love
sure
it.
will. Fantastic stuff with the games, as always. That's going to do it for us today at the Empty Nerdist Podcast. Unbelievable trade proposals, I think, but you guys got to let us know. As always, we love you guys. Make sure that you follow along, subscribe to the YouTube, follow on all the socials if you aren't already. Send this around to your friends. It's summertime. I know people are in desperate need of hockey talk. You have hockey friends. They might not listen to us yet. Send the podcast to your friends. Make them subscribe on the YouTube. Let's keep growing the network. It's fucking beautiful stuff. We will see you next time. And until we do,
Skate hard.